joins us now here to talk about home inspections. Now, we know how crucial it is to get a home inspection, but what are some of the things that you look for as a home inspector?
Well, basically a home inspection takes care of everything from the foundation all the way through the roof. So all the structural stuff, all the plumbing fixtures, the electrical outlets and appliances, we make sure all that stuff works. It's very critical and necessary to make sure that all those things work
Nothing
properly.
worse than getting in the house and your furnace doesn't fire up or something like that.
Yep.
Now, we've got an illustration here, Michael. We'll turn around and take a look at this. What are we looking at right now?
All right, so with the one panel removed, you can actually see the insulation that is installed on all the exterior walls of the home. There's an example of batt insulation and also foam insulation. Both are very good to insulate the exterior walls of your home. If you come over this way, we've also done the same thing here. This is an upstairs, downstairs situation, so they've insulated the flooring with the living area being up above here. So you can see that there's insulation there. There's also your plumbing drain and your red and blue supply lines. Those are your live water.
So that's a good illustration on what they look for. Of course, your foundation's important.
Yes.
You can't have a cracked slab,
that's right? That's right. And we do look for cracks. Sometimes there's these little surface cracks like this. Mm-hmm. This is all normal from the curing process.
Okay.
There's not a foundation issue. When they start getting anywhere from 3/16 of an inch to a quarter, that's when we need to call a foundation guy, and we'll write that up and say, hey, we got to take some measurements. Same thing with the roof. We look for the shingles and the wear on the shingles. There's normal wear, and then there's weather wear, like a hailstorm.
Right.
We look for all that kind of stuff, and we'll note that. And that can be pretty tricky as well, getting up on some of these roofs.
We were sharing a story earlier about rodents, and I do not want anything, but you look for that as well.
I do. Matter of fact, we even underneath pier and beam homes, we go underneath there, and possums like to hide out down underneath there. But going up into the attics, that's a big deal. Finding rodent urine and feces, both of those can be health hazards. So we note that as well, and sometimes exterminator have to come in and remedy that, which means pulling out all the insulation. It can be a costly deal, but getting ahead of it is the best thing.
Absolutely. Yep. Of course, we heard earlier that some of your financing might be held up in the process.
Absolutely, especially here in this area with the VA. There's a lot of veterans that are buying houses, and the VA will shut that down, any kind of loan process with any kind of issues.
Cool. Best place to reach you? Contact information.
My homechecker.biz is my website. Phone number is 254-913-5340.
All right.
It's Home Checker.
We appreciate your time. We'll get out of your hair because I know
we're good.
You're working right
I'm busy.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.